had been looking for a place for GDS to be based out of, and I wanted it to be somewhere in northern Manhattan or the Bronx, because at that point, an area that was most needed. We stayed in the South Bronx and worked at WEDCO, Women's Housing and Economic Development Corporation. And one day we were at an advisory council meeting, and one of the advisory council members said, "Dr. Gary, you need your own space." This advisory council member had a relationship with New York City Economic Development Corporation, and he said to me, there's this huge armory up in Washington Heights, and that's an incredibly needed area. I know the people that run this armory, and they must have like a space in there that you could build out and we could do. Let me see. And we ended up seeing that they had a space that we can build out. And I knew that Washington Heights and Inwood, that tip of Manhattan, was an area in tremendous need. And we were able to use in-kind donations to help build the space out from rubble. And that was the beginning of our next chapter. And that's where we started to run our Camp Excel out of, and then the year-long program.
Welcome everybody to GDS.
Once we got into the building, we had our space. It was 1,200 square feet. We had 4 offices and 1 big group room.
The big room, we call it the Reach Potential room.
Each social worker had their own office where the youth they would work with would come into their office and talk to them on a one-to-one before the group started. GDS did community events where we did mental health awareness, mental health support groups for the whole community. Each group would come one day, and then the other 2 days they could come whenever they wanted for homework help or other support, or just to use the space to hang out with, as well as to attend our community events. And part of the deal of coming to Camp Excel was that they had to attend their group, because we wanted to keep that consistency of what they learned. For GDS, it was a beautiful home. I say a home in the Heights for the youth, because the youth needed a safe space to go. The program was very structured. We had a ratio of 1-to-1 at camp, where we had 50 teenagers and 50 volunteers. We first had to build the trust with the parents and the youth. We did intensive informational sessions, had alumni come and talk to the other youth about how great the program was. There were youth that we were working with that could have been suicidal, because these were youth that have been through a lot of trauma. I realized that having a community space in the community near where the youth and families live is so important, especially giving them that safe space.
More than just the give up.
It makes me realize, it makes all of us realize how important it is for you to have a safe space and have a home where the youth, after you do all of these skills and teach them, you have to build on that. They've been through so much trauma throughout their life that the consistency of what we created with Camp Excel and the Excel program and the year-long program is vital.
Excel!